Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our mod spotlight series for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now I know we did one of these just a couple of days ago, but that was a very honed in singular focus and there's a lot of exciting stuff I want to showcase. So we're going to do just that. Only one brand new species, but 5 or so mods in total and some really unique, really cool stuff. There's a hint of a couple on the screen and in your ear holes right now. Before we dig into that, disclaimer as per usual, mods can possibly break your game, especially when the game updates. God knows when that'll be at this point. Slowly losing, oh no, spoilers, slowly losing hope. Look at the tree, look at the flowers. Slowly losing hope on that, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's an update on the way. I'm sure the game isn't done quite yet. We're expecting, I think, 3 more DLCs or something like that at the least. Either way, mods can possibly cause problems. If it does cause problems, it's not my fault, it's not the mod maker's fault, and most importantly, it's not Frontier's fault. You big ol' Nimbus. Anywho, Asmodeus is not here today because my throat hurts and I don't want to do the voice. There you go. That's about as good a reason as you're going to get. So let's check some of these mods out. Oh, actually, just before we do that, whilst we're on the topic of mods breaking your game, for those of you who remember Horror Park 1.0, you may have been on my community page today and seen it, but Horror Park 1.0 is actually back from the dead. I was loading into the games to do this video, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just check it out. I'll just load in and I'll see what happens. And it worked for some reason. I think because Kaio's updated Path and Fence mod is probably what fixed it. So yeah, really exciting. We're going to go back and finish Horror Park 1.0. You know, there's only maybe 2 or 3 episodes worth left and we'll be getting back on that very soon. Very excited to finish the OG. Right, with all that nonsense well and done, let's get started with today's video. We're going to start off with that little spoiler you just saw with a Gigantoraptor new species mod. What an absolute beauty. So this is Gigantoraptor by Master Do, obviously on the Therizinosaurus rig. The reason it only releases 1 at a time, and that's why you've seen quite a few of them just sort of strutting around the place. I wanted to make sure I showed off the huge variety of patterns and colours and stuff going on here. Huge amount of different variety. And yeah, it kind of looks like the Oviraptor, of course, but it's kind of scaled up to Therizinosaurus sort of size, but it looks really cool. We've got that gigantic crest, this huge gaggle of feathers sprouting out there, this big drooping tail fan there at the back. Absolutely stunning looking. One of my favourite modded dinosaurs in the entire game. And Gigantoraptor is such a unique creature already. It really sticks out. And Gigantoraptor itself, really interesting. So the giant thief, a huge Oviraptorosaur from late Cretaceous Asia. The biggest of its kind. This thing was 26 feet long. That is 3 times longer than the next largest Oviraptorid, and that's Sitipati. There's a really fun discovery story behind Gigantoraptor. So, Gigantoraptor, let me read my story. The Iron Dabasu, is that you say it, dig site in Mongolia. It was well-known dig site, you've probably already heard of it, but it was well-known back in the early 2000s for finds of the sauropod Cnidosaurus. Now, this Japanese documentary was doing a documentary about the Dabasu Mongolian dig site, and they asked a Chinese paleontologist, Xu Xing, to dig up a Cnidosaurus bone as a kind of like a recreation of the discovery of this sauropod, right? So Xu's there, they're at the dig site, the Japanese documentarian team are filming them, and they pick up this thigh bone from the dig site and they start to brush it and clean it, and then suddenly they realized it wasn't a Cnidosaurus, it was this large theropod, and that large theropod eventually became, well, you know, known as Gigantoraptor, basically, this gigantic, I think there's only a single specimen, there's another tooth dentation or something found in the last few years. That's maybe a Gigantoraptor, maybe another species of Gigantoraptor, but really we've only got one decent specimen. Fascinating creature that is so much larger than all the others. You know, the chances are there's plenty this size or similar, and they've all been lost to time. We take what we can get. I think this is a beautiful mod by Master Do, and definitely one of the main reasons I wanted to do a mod spotlight today, because it's got a really interesting story and it looks spectacular. But there's other things to check out, so whilst they're blocking that, we're going to nip over here. Those of you who've been here for a while will know Scary Faces statues, and I'm a big fan of Scary Faces statue collection. Well, they've had an update, and as you can see, basically Northfire, whose work we featured just the other day, has gone in and done a texture update on the a really cool texture update on Scary Faces statues. as you can see. So they're no longer made out of sort of chiseled stone. They're instead made out of like this rusted bronze, basically, that's been left over time, and it looks really good. I think I prefer this even to the default texture, and this isn't the only one. So this will replace the original statues, unfortunately, but you can have either the default stone, or you can have this one, the aged bronze, or there's a chrome one, or there's like a rusted scrap metal one as well. So depending on the vibe you're going for, you can choose different textures. And since the last time I properly showed you Scary Faces statues, their mod has actually updated with a bunch of new things, including humans, which I don't believe were here last time I properly showcased it. So yeah, you could build like little dioramas. You could definitely do some horror stuff with these guys. You know, that's definitely a temptation. Just really cool. I love this texture change. Definitely going to be sticking with that going forward. Shout out to Scary Face and Norfire. Oh, and of course, as per usual, all these mods will be linked down below in the description. Look at that. It looks so good. It's wild how good that looks. Right, let's check out some other stuff. So next we're going to see an Allosaurus mod. This is a new cosmetic. And I'm sure I don't need to explain too much what this is. So this is the Walking with Dinosaurs Big Owl mod by Saber. The Tyrant remodels and retextures the Allosaurus. Like I say, new cosmetic doesn't replace the default Allosaurus in any way, and makes it into Big Owl from Walking with Dinosaurs, one of the more iconic dinosaurs to ever exist. And I think when people think of Allosaurus, for most people, you know, what we think of when we think of Allosaurus for sure. And it's been brought to life really, really well by Saber the Tyrant. Really fantastic work. Looks really, really good. This is the owl skin. However, the reason I've got two sets of Allosaurus here, because there's the remodel. It's like a default blah, 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 blah. Take two. Boop. It's like a new body cosmetic, right? But it also actually has other skins. So we're just going to pop this out, and it should look like Owl, but with a whole new set of colors. Yeah. So if you really like the model for Walking with Dinosaurs Owl, but you want to mix it up color-wise, instead of having the Jurassic World Evolution, I mean, this one looks really good, actually. Yeah, that looks fantastic. So yeah, really cool variety, really well modeled. Looks like Owl, or looks like just an entirely new Allosaurus, which are both very, very cool things. Now, before we check out the last, the T-Rex and the Dilophosaurus over there, because this is a bit of a meme mod, we check one more thing very quickly. You may have seen these trees over here, and you may not recognize them, unless you happen to be a Planet Zoo player. This is the Planet Zoo Coastal Mangrove set by Viral Cyclops. I really like when people do this, bringing in plant life from Planet Zoo, because it's got such a fantastic variety of plant life that Jurassic Park lacks, Jurassic World Evolution 2 lacks, I should say, and it can mix things up a lot, it can make things look really exciting. They have unfortunately picked a tree that I hate. I hate the coastal mangrove so much. It's one of my least favorite Planet Zoo plants. But it's, you know, it looks really cool in the game, and I think it makes a lot of sense to bring Frontier stuff from one game to the other, add a little bit more variety. I'd love to see even more stuff, some of the different trees, stuff like that, brought in from Planet Zoo to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Just a cool proof of concept more than anything at this point in time, but if you wanted to make a little mangrove-y swamp sort of thing, then you should definitely get hold of this mod for yourselves as well. I hate it though. It's just so hard to work with. You know, I just find it really difficult to make look good. I don't know where to place it. I hate life. Right. Anyways, you all get out of the way. Thank you very much. So we have one more mod left to check out. Now I haven't tested this one, and there's no good way. It's a replacement mod. I don't usually showcase replacement mods, but hopefully you'll understand why when we release our Tyrannosaurus Rex. If it's worked. Nope, didn't work. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. Bear with me. Okay, let me try the Dilophosaurus. There we go. I think the problem with the Rex is the mod page doesn't necessarily do a good job of explaining which Rex it's meant to be. I'm just going to pop out another one. That's another test. So basically this is the Lego Dinosaurs mod by Mitchell Productions. And I think it looks really, really good, and that's why I'm willing to showcase a replacement mod, whereas usually I wouldn't. It says it replaces the 5. Maybe it's these ones here. I'm just going to try releasing the T-Rex 1993 and see if that works for the Rex. Let's give this a little look here. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. I mean, that's pretty fantastic. So yes, this is Lego Dinosaurs by Mitchell Productions. It replaces the Tyrannosaurus Rex and it replaces the Dilophosaurus. It replaces all the Dilophosaurus, maybe apart from the Dominion one. I was hoping a Dominion one would appear in the group. I thought that would be really funny. And it replaces, I think, like the default custom Rex skins, your Book Rex and your other Lost World Rex and your default 1993 Rex and stuff like that, with the ones from Lego Jurassic World, as you can see. And they've ripped the model straight from the game, and it looks really good. Like, the texture quality is really high, and it fits in really well, and obviously it fits on the rig. They've done a fantastic job adding it to the rig and stuff. It is a big shame it's not a separate cosmetic, but I do understand that takes a lot of work. And the other reason I'm showcasing this, not only do I think the mod is just really, really cool to watch in action, it's a replacement mod. So what they did was they included in the files for this mod the default, basically, you know, the backup files, basically. So it's very easy to replace these two dinosaurs without having to back up your entire folder or whatever. And I really appreciate when mod makers do that if you're going to offer a replacement, because it does get to be slightly annoying. And I just think it looks really good. So where's those dialos? Let's check the dialo out as well. It's kind of wild how good it looks, especially because now in the Lego games, they blend the Lego models with you know, sort of more realistic environments. That's how the games are going these days. That looks like it could be from one of the Lego games. I would love to see even more of these. I think that'd be really cool. The Indominus Rex, for example, from the Lego games would be really cool in this game as well. Definitely go give this one some love. I'm very tempted to make, like, if we got maybe 5 species or something like that total, maybe like a little Lego themed park or something, might be a lot of fun. I think that looks really good. Like, I'm so surprised by how much I like this. And it's got all the different, I just randomized, you know, it's got all the different patterns, all the different skin colors and stuff like that. As you can see, we've got a lot of variety here with our dilos. We've got a red one over there. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. It looks really good. I'm blown away. I really am. Fantastic. Right, so as you can see, just a fantastic suite it was today. That Gigantoraptor's beautiful. The Lego dinosaurs look amazing. The statues are a beautiful update as well. Going to definitely utilize those. We've got Big Owl looking amazing. And we've got some coastal mangroves as well, which blend really nicely in the game. Just add a little bit more foliage. Oh, excuse me. I'll very quickly show you a few more of the statues, actually, now that I say that out loud. So it'll be here, your third tab down. You got scroll up, and there you go. You got all these. So basically, it just has all the default scary face statues, but in their bronze version, and it just gives them a nice aged kind of look, you know, especially if you're going to do an abandoned park or something a little bit more formal, I guess. And it looks really good. Yeah, looks fantastic. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know which is your favorite of the bunch. Are you going to download any of these for your own game? As I say, link them down below in the description. Do go give the mod makers lots and lots of love. They deserve it for all the hard work they put into this game for free, for the love of the game, as they say. And I'll see you lovely folks very soon. We've got a little bit of a special video tomorrow, so come back for that. A little bit of an announcement, a little teaser. A tease you all is very exciting. And then we'll come back early next week with the reintroduction of Horror Park 1.0 is the current idea. Thank you so much for joining me. Throw me a like down below if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.